Hi, good morning. Right, let's start getting these traps done. This is the 80-meter trap, which is 40 millimeters in diameter and 17 centimeters in length. You have the two end caps, two connectors, and obviously the wire that we're going to use, or the coaxial that we're going to use to make these traps. That being said, you need to start the trap by winding 20 lengths of coaxial around, and if you mark where it begins and where it ends, you can then drill 2 holes. Try and make sure they're nice and straight. You can do this by marking a line with a pencil all the way down the length of tube, and that will give you a nice guide to keep the holes straight for the traps. Okay, here we have the 80-meter trap all wound up, and the cables from the inside, I've bared them so that they can be soldered and obviously connected to the spade connectors, ready for the end caps to go on. And once the end caps are on, I can then put the heat shrink on the whole of the trap and try and make it as waterproof as possible. This is my way of building them. You can of course leave the end caps off and have them in free air, but this is my take on the 80-meter trap, which is used for the inverted L. And here we have both the traps, the 80-meter and the 40-meter trap for the inverted L. I suppose they could be used for other things, but I'm actually using it for the inverted L, which is have given me wonderful service over the last 5 or 6 years, if not a little bit longer. There we are, they're both ready now for soldering end caps and spade connectors. I'll then cover them in shrink wrap to make them a lot more susceptible to or acceptable to the British weather. Once the shrink wrap is on, I can then place the pins through the 2 holes on the end, and those will be connected to the antenna cables. So there you have it. Quite easy to do, and it's fun doing these traps. So hope you can make use of this little video, and that you can get your traps looking something like that. As long as they work, it doesn't really matter. Right, back to the traps. There's the 2 of them. Now all soldered up, all the joints have been done. Prepared the end caps, and they're ready to go in. And once this is done, I'll be able to put the shrink wrap on and shrink it down. So while I'm doing this, I'll pause here and give you another little insight once the shrink wrap is on, or as it's going on if possible. Okay, here we go again. There you can see the 2 traps. I've put the pins in the end. That's for when the shrink wrap goes on, it will mark where the pins are, and I can just cut a little cross and screw it through, and that's for connections to the wires which are already outside. And there you have a piece of the sleeving. I think I gave you the size on the last time, but I'm going to shrink wrap them now and then I'll show you again the end result, and hopefully that's me finished for the night. Righty-ho then, there you have the two traps, the 80 and the 40, both finished and ready to hang up tomorrow. So there you are, that's the full set.